Hello, and welcome to PUCL's PDL, the PUCL Draft League for the 2024 season, Week 1, with me, GigaSaurusGames. And this week, I will be facing off against Sharkfinnigan, one of the co-hosts of the PUCL podcast, who also has one of the scarier teams in the draft. So, I'm not expecting that to go terribly well for me, because I have, an okay team, but it isn't exactly an amazing team. So, I'm happy with it as far as it goes, but up against one of the scarier, what's actually one of the scarier teams in the tournament, I don't really like my chances all that much. I'm just pulling up the teams now. Here we go. Yep. So, if you look at this window here, you'll see my team under GigaSaurus. On my draft team, I have Urshifu Single Strike, Mega Mawile, Iron Bundle, Hisuian Zoroark, Vikavolt, Gligar, Hisuian Arcanine, Latias, Vileplume, and Bastiodon. If you notice, that includes every type. In this particular draft, which allowed 9 to 12 Pokemon on a roster, there's an additional requirement for this year that you have at least one Pokemon of every type on your roster, which my first 9 do, and then I had one spare point because I liked Latias better than Latios, and put my extra point into Bastiodon, because we are the Pittsburgh Bastiodons. Because I realized I recently liked Bastiodon, and Pittsburgh Steelers, and Bastiodon is a Steel type. So, we are the Pittsburgh Bastiodons. If I think about it, I might put the logo here in the next video, so you can see the logo I made, but it doesn't really matter. In any case, Shark has one of the scarier teams. I don't think we have any team overlap, but we could in some weeks because of the way the draft pools and the battle matchups are being determined this year. But in any case, the big scary things on Shark's team are Tapu Koko, obviously, and then Iron Moth and a Araquanid. I can handle Tapu Koko with Gligar. I'm not really running any tech on my team this week, just some specific speeds. Like Modest Iron Bundle outspeeds everything but Tapu Koko at +1, and it outspeeds Tapu Koko under Electric Terrain, even if Tapu Koko is at +1, and Tapu Koko sets Electric Terrain for me. So that will work fine. The speed tiers aren't too bad for me. I don't like my speed tiers. I don't know that of the many scary things on Shark's team, I don't think his speed tiers are one of them. But it'll be fine. I'm just waiting for Shark to get himself settled for our match. I'm most afraid of Iron Moth, because I don't have a good switch into it, other than technically I'm bringing Hisuian Arcanine to this match. I decided not to bring Latias, because I was most afraid of Iron Moth and Araquanid, and while Arcanine and Iron Moth gets Bug Buzz, and Araquanid gets Force Stab Bug, so I didn't like Latias against either of them. Whereas the Hisuian Arcanine, although it can't switch into Araquanid, it can head smash it to death, although it is potentially Terra Captain Araquanid, also, if not Terra Captain Frostlass. My Terra Captains are Gligar, Vileplume, and Bastiodon, so Gligar is the only one meaningful in this matchup. It should be set to Terra Steel. It is. Good. Yeah. So, just waiting for him to get settled. We're actually starting a little late, but that's my fault, because we planned to start this about an hour ago or so, but I went to play board games today, and Terraforming Mars, a game that's supposed to usually take 2.5 to 3 hours, took like 5. Yeah, it was a long game terraforming Mars. So I guess we'll shows you I've got here. There's one of the additions to the all type requirement is that each week you're gonna have, well, actually each set of 4 weeks, you're gonna have a Pokemon type that you have to bring to every week. The type that I ended up with was normal, so you're gonna see a lot of Hisuian Zoroark over the next few weeks, as well as Urshifu and Mega Mawile, because those were my first 2-round picks. This week I'm running Hisuian Zoroark's choice specs. Hits everything pretty hard, except for Alolan Golem. And Frostlass can switch into Hyper Voice, but it can't switch into Flamethrower. So, King Gambit also, but I have answers for King Gambit. I can switch into Urshifu, I can switch into Gligar. Gligar over Gliscor in my draft team because it is because Gligar is several points cheaper, which let me get slightly stronger Pokemon like Hisuian Arcanine. I've got Hisuian Arcanine set up with Life Orb Extreme Speed, because that 2-hit KOs most Iron Moths, and that allows it to... That gives me a solution to a Pokemon that I'm really quite afraid of. Nat Dex Draft, PL 24 Shark, accept. Weird. Okay, so I expected King Gambit instead of Como, but the rest was what I expected. Moroccan and Iron Moth in particular are pretty scary, and I'm not surprised to see Como. There we go. Shark posted a live link to our battle, so everyone in PUCL can watch it live. There is no Frostlass, so I stick with my original plan, which is I lead Hisuian Zoroark, disguising itself as a Gligar. Okay. Sure. I just Hyper Voice. I'm Choice Specs. I will die. Set Sticky Web. That's fine. Gligar is Defog. I can deal with that later. My opponent did not bring a switch in to Choice Specs Hyper Voice, so that's fun. Also, Sticky Web, I'm not dealing with Choice Band, which is what I was most afraid of. And there goes the possibly Prankster Defy-Eye. Goodbye. I now go. So, he now knows that I am definitely a Hisuian Zoroark, because there's no way a Gligar's carrying Hyper Voice. I will go into my true Gligar now to try and defog, as it uses Nature's Madness and misses. Okay, Nature's Madness protect for Gligar. That makes sense. I will just defog, get rid of the Sticky Web, keep my Iron Bundle as fast as it should be. Okay, Como, don't know what it's going to do. I'm going to U-turn because I can definitely take a hit. Okay. I'm Choice Scarf, so I definitely outspeed it. I'm going to check a calc of Iron Bundle against a Como. Ice Beam is probably an Oko, because I am modest. If I am modest, then Freeze Dry might kill, but it also might not. So Araquanid's going to get a free switch in here, but I'm just going to Ice Beam. Oh, it's Yachi Berry. Okay. Okay. At +2, it outspeeds me. Okay. I've got Arcanine for extreme speed. We are going to... Has Zoroark done its job? I need Iron Bundle alive for Iron Moth. Well, and Lando. I'm going to say Zoroark's done its job. Zoroark's going to get sacked. Zoroark is not going to get sacked. Neat. I attempt a Hyper Voice. It presumably has a Dragon-type move and kills me here. That's fine. I don't want to go into Mawile. Well, I could go into Mawile, but I'm not going to. Arcanine. Can Arcanine kill? I hope so. I should check. Hisuian Arcanine. I'm running Life Orb. Life Orb Extreme Speed. Probably doesn't kill. Okay, so I can't go. Unless I'm Adamant. No, I'm Jolly. Oh, and the music suddenly showed up. I'll go into Mawile. Debuff it, Mega. There's no way it can kill Mega Mawile. Mawile at only +1. I'm just gonna... It will get health back from Drain Punch. I'm gonna Mega Evolve and use Play Rough. Nothing gets a free switch in. It has Earthquake. Alright, fine. My mistake. I forgot Como learns Earthquake. Alright, and now I lose. Unless it's not running... Ah, frick! Okay. I really thought you were Jolly. I really thought that was Jolly. That's not ideal. Now I need to set Gligar. I don't need to sack Gligar. Because it's not physical. You can burn me. I'm fine with that. And now I Freeze Dry. Terra Fire. Okay. That's neat tech. Alright, well, I lose. I even thought about Hydro Pumping, hilariously. Because I expecting more because I was expecting a switch. Well, I still have a chance. I'm not sure he has a good way to break Gligar. But I should... You know, I even thought about calling that Como being Adamant instead of Jolly earlier. And I was just too scared. And I thought I could kill with something else. And then I didn't. Unfortunate. I'm gonna Roost. That makes sense. I go into Urshifu now. Save health from my Gligar. That is fine. I Wicked Blow anything. Yeah, I expected this battle to go poorly. Just, it should have gone better if I... Yep, and that's definitely game. I don't think the crit mattered. I locked myself into Sucker Choice Banded Sucker Punch, and what happens will happen will happen. Oh. Forcing the struggle to death, I guess. Ah, well. Too bad. Good game, Shark. The Como, successfully scared me. I forgot I got Earthquake. I expected to lose this match. I'm not annoyed with myself, especially. Perhaps I will do better next week, or in my next match, though I don't know that I think it's that likely. In the meantime, good game, and until next time, I've been GigaSaurusGames, signing out. Bye.